The internet, a vast repository of information, promised to democratize knowledge. However, the reality is far more nuanced. Instead of fostering intellectual growth, digital media often traps us in echo chambers. Algorithms designed to keep us engaged feed us content that aligns with our existing beliefs. This creates a dangerous illusion of knowledge. We mistake familiarity for understanding, confusing the constant stream of information with actual learning. The internet, instead of broadening our horizons, can narrow our perspectives, reinforcing biases rather than challenging them. This constant bombardment of information also has a detrimental effect on our attention spans. We skim through articles, rarely pausing for deep reflection. Our minds, accustomed to instant gratification, struggle to grapple with complex ideas. The result is a generation that is constantly stimulated, but rarely challenged intellectually. Algorithms, the invisible architects of our online experiences, shape our perceptions of the world. They determine what we see, read, and believe. While seemingly benign, these algorithms have a profound impact on our cognitive abilities, particularly our capacity for critical thinking. Designed to maximize engagement, algorithms prioritize sensational content over substantive information. Clickbait headlines, emotional narratives, and polarizing opinions dominate our news feeds. This constant exposure to exaggerated and often misleading content erodes our ability to think critically and discern truth from falsehood. We become passive consumers of information, accepting what we see without question. The line between fact and opinion blurs, and our ability to engage in reasoned debate diminishes. The result is a society increasingly susceptible to manipulation and misinformation. The education system, once a bastion of critical thinking, is also grappling with the challenges of the digital age. The emphasis on standardized testing and rote memorization has come at the expense of fostering deep understanding and critical thinking skills. Students are taught to regurgitate facts rather than analyze information, solve problems, or develop original ideas. This approach, while efficient in producing measurable results, fails to prepare students for the complexities of the modern world. The pressure to succeed in a highly competitive academic environment further exacerbates this issue. Students, focused on achieving high grades, often resort to rote learning, sacrificing true comprehension for short-term gains. This approach stifles creativity, curiosity, and the joy of learning, creating a generation of disengaged students rather than passionate learners. Section 4. The price of progress. Economic pressures and the shifting priorities of the young generation. The digital revolution has ushered in an era of economic uncertainty. The gig economy, with short-term contracts and job insecurity, is now the norm. Economic precarity profoundly impacts priorities. Survival becomes the primary focus. Burdened by debt and high living costs, young people prioritize immediate financial needs. This reality has created a practical, resourceful, and entrepreneurial generation. Section 5. Cultivating curiosity, nurturing intellectual growth in a fast-paced world. The challenges posed by the digital age are complex, but not insurmountable. Nurturing intellectual growth requires addressing education system shortcomings, encouraging critical engagement with digital media, and fostering a love of learning. We must move beyond rote memorization, embracing methods that prioritize critical thinking, problem-solving, and creativity. Project-based learning and open-ended discussions foster deeper engagement and critical thinking. Educators must equip students to navigate the digital landscape effectively. Media literacy should be integral, teaching students to identify bias and evaluate sources critically. Section 6. Beyond the horizon, a vision for a future where knowledge reigns supreme. Reversing the trend of declining knowledge and skills requires a collective effort. Parents, educators, policymakers, and society at large must work together to create an environment that values intellectual curiosity, critical thinking, and a lifelong love of learning. We must provide young people with the tools and resources they need to navigate the complexities of the digital age, fostering critical thinking skills, promoting media literacy, and encouraging a deeper engagement with knowledge. The future belongs to those who can think critically, solve complex problems, and adapt to a rapidly changing world. By prioritizing intellectual growth and fostering a love of learning, we can empower the next generation to not only inherit, but to shape the world they will inherit.